This being a trade with the Brooklyn Nets, a team they recently made a trade with, or at least during the past year now, that being the Dorian Finney-Smith trade for D'Angelo Russell. And we're going to look to trade for a player that they just traded for, that being Haywood Highsmith. And yes, he is recovering from an injury, or rather an off-season surgery, is expected to be back at the middle of October or maybe the end of it, so if he would miss time, it wouldn't be very much of it. And I think he would be a better option for the rotation than Gabe Vincent for a multitude of reasons. One of which being the fact that he's simply a better 3&D option. Compared to Vincent, who is under a 35% career 3-point shooter, Haywood Highsmith is a 37% career 3-point shooter, even a better corner 3-point shooter, shooting roughly 41% from the corner on his career, coming off 2 seasons in a row of shooting 44% from the corner, so definitely a more reliable 3-point shooting option. Then is a better and more versatile defensive option too. Whether you're talking about the eye test or from a numbers standpoint, coming off a season of having a defensive BPM rating of plus 0.9, also having a career rating of plus 0.8. This is compared to Vincent, who has one of under 1, actually having a negative 0.1 defensive BPM rating. Not bad, but also not very good, kind of pointing to him being average or at least not a great defensive playmaking option, which Haywood Highsmith is better than him at. If you're talking about takeaways and steals per game, isn't the best defensive playmaker, but a little bit better than Gabe Vincent, averaging 1.3 steals per 36 last season, also is a pretty good pass deflector. And then simply talking about defense and his ability to defend multiple positions, this would be the big upgrade here with Haywood Highsmith. Compared to Vincent, who is limited to guarding 1s and smaller 2s, Haywood Highsmith can guard 1s, 2s, 3s, and sometimes even 4s at times too. That being his ability and probably his best overall ability, defensive versatility, and simply his ability to defend multiple positions. Then combine that with the 3-point shooting ability, the corner 3-point shooting ability, being a good off the ball player, a hard worker in general, and I definitely would like that trade, and I think it would be an upgrade compared to Gabe Vincent. And while it definitely wouldn't take much to get him, with the Nets not really having a need for him and him not being a part of their long-term future, I imagine they'd be willing to part with him for maybe a second-round draft pick, after they got a second-round draft pick to simply take his contract, then trading him for another second-round draft pick, and with an expiring contract like Gabe Vincent that they could probably flip again at the trade deadline. This would be a beneficial trade for them to make. So if that could be an option for them, I definitely would be open to it. Yes, again, he might miss training camp and maybe the early portion of the regular season, but they have a pretty good backup plan with Dalton Connect to fill his spot for that time frame. Even again, if he would miss any time, which he probably isn't expected to, then I think overall he'd be an upgrade over Gabe Vincent and potentially could be worth it too. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.